Hey guys, and I'm just coming back to give you my 39-week update and let y'all know how I'm doing with my lap band surgery. I do apologize for not reporting as often, in case anybody's happened to wonder where I went to. I've been around. My mother actually was having some mental health issues, and we were looking into possible Alzheimer's, possibly because my grandmother had it, or something else. And that's still a factor they're going to look into because they have some testing they need to run on my mom, but they did find a brain tumor and while I was getting her tested for all this stuff, and she was immediately set up for brain tumor removal, which has been really hard. It's been nothing but consistent doctor's appointments that we've been going in and out of the hospital for other scans and whatnot. So anyhow, my mom got out of the hospital just this week, and she's not with me right now because we had a treaty with each other maybe over 10 years ago to be like assurance, to be nice to each other, because my younger years with her was never really well. We weren't good with each other, and she was mean to me, and I would strike back, What else would you do when you're a young teenager, young adult? You want your freedom and your parents to be mean, you just say, the heck with you, goodbye, Well, she's back to that old personality, and she's not nice to me anymore, doesn't respect me, and whatnot. And so she's forgotten about how to be a good person to me. But that's not here or there. Just giving you an idea where I'm going through emotionally. I haven't been able to do any updates as I really have been out of it. But at 39 weeks post-op, this is what we're looking at for lap band patients, as far as me being a lap band patient. What qualified me is that I had polycystic ovarian syndrome, which causes insulin resistance. And insulin resistance, to give you that in a nutshell, basically it's where your body pretty much works against the sugars and the insulin in your body. Basically don't work with each other, and you end up producing more sugar and more insulin regardless of whatever you eat. And the battle, I was losing it, and the body was losing it too as well. I couldn't win over the battle. I kept trying to diet and everything, and it just didn't work out for me. The doctor, whenever I came in to see my doctor for lap band surgery, said that even though that in my initial report that I had put in there saying that I felt like a big cow, he said, because I was going in there really for the gastric bypass, thinking that would correct the issue, because anytime you do a weight loss surgery with these things, it can actually help you reverse the issue with insulin resistance. He told me I was skinny fat, and I didn't know how to take that, if that was a compliment or not. And I can see why he called me that, because there's much bigger people out there than I ever was. I mean, I did fight it so badly that I didn't get over 225 for too long. I would go there and go down a little bit, maybe 10 pounds or so, then go back up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down. And finally I just said, the heck with it. I don't want to get any larger because I don't want to go through the skin removal and stuff. I mean, I've already got skin removal now, noticing, just for being 225 pounds on this 5'6" frame. So, now I've lost 62 pounds, which brings me down to 163 pounds at this time. And I'm only 7 pounds away from the highest end of the BMI ranges to get me into the normal range. I never thought I'd be here, honestly. I was wondering, how long it would take. And I guess I'm going to actually make my deadline probably to be in the normal range around Christmas, probably, so I'm hoping. We'll see. But my clothes, I went from a size 22, which were fitting tight, because as girls, we always like to try to see about getting this next size smaller. They were fitting tight, and now I'm down to a size 10, and I can actually squeeze into a size 8 and actually put my hands in the pockets. That's a good key, knowing if you can fit, if your hands can go in the pocket, you don't feel like their hands getting pinched up. At least for me, at least anyway, because if my hands get pinched, that means that I'm trying to squeeze a little too hard to get into those pants. And it just depends on who's the maker. So I told my husband, you know, for Christmas, if he's going to buy me some clothes, try to go reach out for some size 8s instead. Don't go for the 10s or the 12s. Just go that way. So that's what, because I'm trying to reach for the 8s and the 6s next, and that's my goal. But as far as like where I want to stop with my weight loss, like I said, I want to do beyond just hitting the minimum BMI. I want to make sure that I'm in the middle somewhere. I'm not going to go too skinny, but I'm not going to be right there at the edge where I can kind of teeter off of it or whatever. I still want to look healthy, and I want to go based off of what my clothes are more or less than my weight, because I've been watching a lot of videos and everybody is built so differently. It's funny. I mean, I'm really long in the legs and the arms and that sort of thing, which, you know, I guess is lucky in a way, but all my weight is in my stomach, and that's, and of course up here and stuff. And that's something that I have a hard time with. Like, I don't have it in my rear end and whatnot. My rear end is completely flat. If I sit on my husband's lap, I have a bony butt, so he ends up saying, "Get off," you know, because I'm hurting him because my butt bone is poking into him. But I've actually had good news about that too. My husband and I are weighing ourselves the other morning, and I actually weigh less than him now, which should be the first ever, I believe, that I've ever weighed less than him. And he weighs 166 pounds. So you can imagine, you know, for me to weigh less than him really makes it feel good. He's actually dropped a little bit of weight since I've had the surgery. Not much. He was around 172 to 175 pounds, somewhere in that area. But he's dropped down to 166 pounds. So he's lost a little bit. Not a whole heck of a lot, but at least he's lost some. I don't know if it's because we're not eating out nearly as much because of me. But, oh well, that's the price he gets when he gets a smaller wife. But I bought a dress for the Christmas party, and it is a size 10. And like I said, I'm trying to get smaller than a size 10, but you have to be wearing a bigger size because I got too much up top. I'm looking to try and get a breast reduction probably next year, because I've got way too much than what I actually need, and it's hurting my back. And hopefully that will also make wearing clothes a lot more interesting. So we will have to see. But anyway, that is my update for you guys, and I hope everybody's doing well. Keep making those videos. I'll keep watching out for them. I may not comment on everybody's video, and I may not reply back as soon as others, because I've been really busy, and I do apologize. But, you know, it's good to have y'all out there to listen to and hear y'all's rants and what y'all are going through. But thank you for your videos and your comments to me as well. I hope y'all all have a great day. Bye.